I know why you clicked on this video. There's a very good chance that your boyfriend, your fiance, or your husband has just pissed you off about money. I get it. We think we know everything. We want to just flip houses. He's probably into penny stocks or something like that. And he probably thinks he's the best with money. But chances are when you looked at your budget, it's blown. You got too much expenses and your liabilities are all over the place. Oh, and you got debt. I'm Debt-Free Joel, and on my channel we're here for one thing and one thing only, to get you out of debt and ultimately to build financial wealth. We do it three ways over here. We do it through saving, we do it through investing, and most importantly, we do it through charity. So I'm here to help. Stay tuned. So what are some things you can do as it pertains to talking to your fiance, your boyfriend, your husband about money? The first thing is this. Always remember why you're talking to him about it and what's actually going on when you do speak to him about it. You see, when you talk to somebody about money, you're talking about emotion. Money is one of the most emotional subjects out here in the world, period. It's a reason why nobody knows what anybody makes. You see, when you think about it, it's actually a pretty stupid thing that you don't know what the other person makes, as if it's a judge of character. But see, your boyfriend, your husband, or your fiance all think that way. They get emotional about money, and chances are you do too. So when you talk to your boyfriend about money, make sure you're not doing it in an emotional state. You have to be logical. You have to keep your emotions down. You got to keep your tone very succinct. You can't be out here screaming at him. Don't do it early in the morning, and don't talk to him late at night. Don't talk to him when he's drunk. Don't talk to him when he's tired. Talk to him at a time where you can actually have a full conversation. Go for a walk. Drive in the car. Take it easy. And understand that when you're talking to him about money, you're talking to him about emotion. Always remember that you're talking to emotion, not logic, when it comes to money the first couple times. Once you get over that hurdle, you can build into the second item. The second item you kind of want to consider is what makes him tick. You see, every man has something that makes him tick. Here's a news flash for all the women that are watching. There's two ways to really get to a man. Say that his sex is bad and say that he's broke. And God forbid you do both. But see, you have to understand there's something about a man as it pertains to money, but you got to find out what makes him tick. See, most men are wired to go out and flip money. That's how we are wired, right? It's the testosterone that we have. We think about, buying a house and then flipping the house. We think about buying penny stocks. There's a reason why men have this instance of always being a lot more riskier as it pertains to our money, because we want it and we want it now. Right? We don't want to think about saving. We don't want to look at a budget. We don't want to think about preserving our wealth. We want to be rich. Okay? So you have to figure out what makes him tick. If your boyfriend, fiance, or husband has that type of mentality where they want to be rich, you have to show them that the only way they can invest more money into assets so that they can grow is to get out of debt. It's very simple. All you need to do is show them the cash flows, right? Don't do this, extraneous, right? Just break it down to him and show him that he can invest more money every month if he has less expenses. That's all you have to do. And do it calmly. You're not going to get him maybe the first time around. You're not going to maybe get him the second time around. But every single month that you keep going by, just keep asking him, so how much money did you invest this month? And when he realizes that he can't invest what he wants to invest because he has the car payment, because he has the credit card payment, because he has the student loan, because he has the house, because he has the mortgage, etc., then you can start to peel at those layers that are preventing you from becoming debt-free with him. Find out what makes him tick. Every man, when it comes to money, has something that makes him tick. Once you find that out, feel free to exploit it in such a way that gives you the ability to still become debt-free. And that leads us to the third item. Now, here's the third thing. And the third thing actually relates to the second item I just mentioned. When you show your boyfriend, your fiance, or your husband your cash flows for the month, please understand who you're talking to. For example, if you're a woman who uses Excel every day and your man cannot use anything on Excel, maybe just a plus sign or the equal sign, know who your audience is. Do not show your boyfriend a bunch of Excel sheets with a bunch of numbers on there. The boy's going to start having palpitations, okay? Don't do that, all right? If your boyfriend's the type of person to put pen to paper, your budget needs to be pen to paper so they can see it, right? The way you present the information, don't give them an information overload. Don't start showing them charts when they've never seen charts before. Don't go through all that. Keep it simple. Understand your audience. The same way that when you do a presentation at work, you got to know your audience. When you do a presentation in your own life, you got to know your audience. Know your audience as it pertains to your husband, your boyfriend, or your fiance, right? You know what makes him tick. So don't information overload him with a bunch of things as it pertains to your budget. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. I've been in those conversations with couples where they're sitting on both sides of the desk and the wife comes with a bunch of things on Excels and drafts and all this kind of stuff. And the guy, you know what the guy did? He put his budget on a napkin.
Come on, man.
And y'all wonder why y'all just completely all over the place. So understand your audience. If your husband, if your fiance, if your boyfriend is the type of person to put pen to paper, then make sure your budget is on pen to paper. The quicker he understands the number via the medium that he's accustomed to, the quicker you're going to get out of debt. I know you like doing things on Excel. I'm the same way, but you'll get there eventually. But for now, if you're just trying to show him the numbers, make sure when you do your cash flows and all that, do it in the medium that he's the most accustomed to. If your significant other likes Excel, fantastic. Now, here's the flip side. If you're not good in Excel and he is, and he comes with a bunch of charts and all that, you got to tell him, hey, slow down. You got to put it on pen and paper. Make sure he does the same. Find the medium that you both are good accustomed to, and that's going to get you to your overall goal. And that leads me to my final item, which is this. You got to have patience. Remember when I told you in the first item that you need to understand what you're talking about when you talk to your fiance, your husband, or your boyfriend about money? It's emotion. Well, ask yourself the last time you were able to calm yourself down in an argument. I'll wait. Think about it. When you let emotion get the best of you, you're normally just going to, it's going to overcome you. And the communication process is going to break down. You will fail at this. You will. You're going to watch the video. You're going to feel good. You're going to catch your boyfriend when he comes home and have a conversation with him. It's going to blow up in your face. You're going to do everything we try to talk about over here, and it's still not going to work. That's where the patience comes in. There's two things in life that you need to be successful. You need to be patient, and you need to be persistent. So the patience is where you have to go one at a time and keep at it as it pertains to trying to get your boyfriend, your husband, your fiance to ultimately get out of debt and to try to really build financial wealth. At the end of the day, you have no other choice. This is the sad part. If your significant other doesn't want to be good with money, then that's a personal question you got to figure out on your own. I'm not here for all that. But I am here for this. You got to be patient. You got to work it out with him. You got to do it slow. Okay? It's not easy. It is not easy. We are hard-headed. It is what it is. And remember who you're talking to. So it's going to take, remember, there's a good chance that, let's say you're in your 30s, you're in your 40s or whatever, that the person you're talking to has been this way for a long period of time. You're not going to change their opinion overnight, especially if you've nagged this person before. I know it sounds messed up, but it's the truth. So you got to be patient. You have to. And still look to see the progress. Remember, you got to know who you're talking to. You got to know why you're going about this in the first place. Okay, if they're worth it, you can be patient. Keep calm, keep a level head, and keep moving forward. Eventually, it will get through. So there you have it. Those are the things that I think if you want to talk to your boyfriend, you want to talk to your fiance, you want to talk to your husband about money, those are the things I think you need to keep into your mind as you're having those conversations. So I appreciate you guys watching out for the video. Feel free to like and subscribe. Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram at DebtFreeJoel, the same handle as YouTube. I put a ton of information out there on saving, on budgeting, on finance, on investing. You name it, I put it out there. So feel free to check it out. Always remember that a part of all that you earn is yours to keep. I end every video that way for one reason and one reason only. Because once you realize that a part of your income is yours, you'll never go back. I'm Debt Free Joel, and I'll see you next time.